deadlifts are great for your posterior chain. And today I'm going to take you through my routine and kind of show you how I manage to deadlift and ramp up the weight. So with that said, roll the intro. When I'm training deadlifts, I like to have a good warm-up lift. And for me, that's going to be good mornings, but for you, it might be some straight leg deadlifts. And to start, we're going to be doing good mornings. So I'm going to be doing one set of 10, and this is going to be real simple, real easy, not super heavy weight, but just to kind of get my hamstrings warmed up. I should also mention that I'm going to be using deadlift slippers for these because I feel like having a flatter foot just activates more whenever I'm doing good mornings in my hamstring area, glutes area. So these are nice to have around, but you don't need them. You can always go barefoot if you wanted to. As you'll see, I'm just doing some good mornings here to activate those hamstrings and kind of make sure everything's tight. I'm ready to go. And of course, this is a warm-up lift, so I'm going to go ahead and keep the weight relatively light. Good mornings are done. Hopefully the footage came out okay. I can't really tell because I'm not able to see it while I'm filming, but felt pretty good. Definitely felt the activation of my hamstrings, so that's good. Today's gonna be a big deadlift day, so I'm gonna be going pretty heavy for me personally, but for some of you, maybe it's a little light. The rep range is gonna be somewhere between 4 and 5 reps. Not too heavy on the reps. I just wanna make sure that everything is tight and that my form is holding up. We're gonna go ahead and move over to deadlifts, and I'm gonna be warming up with 2 sets. One of 135, the second one being of 225, and then the third one will be my working set, that'll be 315. We'll kind of just see how I'm feeling from there. Now that that's done, as you'll see, I'm gonna start doing some working reps. My rep range for my actual workout is 1 to 4 reps, so we're trying to get to a heavier weight. All right, with that said, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our working set. That's gonna be 315 for 1 to 4 reps. I'm gonna be shooting for 4 because 315 is relatively light, so probably put on the belt for this one, but for the most part, I think 4 reps is manageable. All right, so that moved pretty well, I feel like. So I'm gonna do one more set of 315, and then we're gonna increase the weight from there on out. This is 6 sets, so the first 2 will be like relatively heavy, but not like, you know, killing myself. Probably like 60% of what my max would be. And as far as rest times go, I usually give myself like 3 minutes between each set, since this is gonna be one of the heavier sets that I have for the week. And then for the last set or 2, I might, you know, do a 5-minute rest time as opposed to 3, just to kind of give myself a little bit more time to recover so I can pull the heaviest weight possible for as many reps possible. In this lift, 315 was feeling pretty good, as you can see, so I went ahead and moved it up to 345. And as you can see, I hit 4 reps on 345, and everything was feeling good. All right, so I got super hot in here, so tarp had to come off, but hitting 365, 345 felt really good, so kind of just staying amped up on that. We're gonna see how it goes. Set number 4 is done. 365 moved pretty well. I got 2 on there, but I think I could have gotten a 3rd or maybe even a 4th. Pretty good for 160 pounds, 168 really, but yeah, keep it going. I think next I'm gonna try 405 for at least 1, and we'll see how it goes. So I went ahead and I moved up to 365, and as you can tell, it moved pretty well. I think I had 1 or 2 reps in the tank, kind of like I was saying before. And for the most part, I was feeling pretty ready to make the jump to 405. Now before we go any further, as you can remember in my maxing out video that I did last year, back in November of 2023, my max lift for deadlifts at that time was 405. It's been a while since I've done some strength training recently to really focus on the strength aspects, but I've been able to actually surpass that. So 405 felt like a manageable, realistic goal to set here. Alright, so we're gonna have to see the film on that one, but definitely a fail, obviously. And that's okay. It's okay to fail sometimes, you know? Shit happens, but we're gonna try it again one more time. Give me like 5 minutes to recoup, and this time we're gonna get it. Unfortunately, the first rep for 405 did not go up, but I did give it another shot. And I failed. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty disappointed in that, but that's okay. We're gonna progress the next 4 weeks and we'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna lie though, that sucked. But what can you do? I'm not gonna let it get us down. Still got plenty of a workout left to go, and we'll see what happens. As you can see in my reaction here, I was pretty bummed out about it, and it was a little bit discouraging because I know that I'm able to lift 405, and it's not like the heaviest weight that I've pulled, so it was a little bit frustrating at the time. For me, 405 is a really achievable weight if I'm training for strength. Which kind of leads me into my 2 biggest takeaways after this first day of getting back into training specifically for strength to hit new PRs. And really just to get stronger all around. One, I probably shouldn't have made such a big jump. I mean, 365 to 405, that's 40 pounds. That's a big increase. So I think next time, I'm gonna be a little bit more realistic with those expectations. Maybe hit 385, and if that's feeling good, jump up to 405. My second takeaway would be that I think I'm ready to commit to the strength training phase. After training hypertrophy for the past couple of months, I was able to lift heavy for large rep ranges, but not so much for these lower rep ranges. So where am I gonna go from here? The next 4 weeks, I'm gonna be focusing on the strength phase of this program, which means that I'm gonna really be focusing on getting stronger for deadlifts. And for me, this is just gonna be a personal goal because I wanna improve my deadlifts and get them back to where they were. Back in roughly April of this year, you'll see on the video here that I was actually able to pull 415, and I think if I really committed, I probably could have done something like 425. And at 168 pounds, which is the weight that I wake up at, I feel like that's a decent number for somebody that's not currently training to go into a powerlifting competition. Which means in 4 weeks, you should make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you can see my progress and how far I'm able to come in such a short time. So if you do want to see that, be sure to subscribe down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to, comment and like this video. It really goes a long way. And that's going to be it for today's video. Until next time, keep it together.